ITV News has confronted a reality TV star known as the Lip King over the death of a woman who was treated at a beauty clinic in Gloucester. Alice Webb, a 33-year-old mother of 5, died last week after receiving a non-surgical procedure known as a Brazilian butt lift, or BBL. We understand that Jordan Park, who is not a qualified surgeon, was among those arrested and subsequently released following her death. Over the past year, we've been investigating the issue of such non-surgical cosmetic treatments. The death of Alice Webb has led to increased calls for greater regulation of the industry and a warning there are graphic images in Ellie Pitt's special report.
He said, I have got sepsis and I need to operate in 20 minutes or else I'm not going to be here no more.
These women are talking about what happened to them after they had the same beauty treatment.
It came up in blisters, they then started to pop, like all the filler was coming out, blood, it was terrible.
It's called the non-surgical Brazilian butt lift, and it's where hundreds of millilitres of cosmetic fluid called filler is injected into the buttocks.
The procedure itself was really painful.
Had your sister not have called the ambulance when she did, she said you could have died within the hour.
ITV has spoken to dozens of women on and off camera who've suffered life-threatening infections, rotting skin and needed emergency surgery after having it done. Alice Webb underwent a non-surgical BBL in Gloucestershire last week. The mum of 5 suffered complications following the procedure and was taken to hospital where she died. The exact cause of her death has not been released. 2 people have been arrested on suspicion of manslaughter in connection with Alice's death. Both have been bailed and no one has been charged. ITV News understands that one of those arrested was Jordan Park, known to his online following as the Lip King.
I'm obsessed with fillers, so I decided to go and train to become an esthetician, and that's what I do now, and I love it.
He's appeared on cosmetic surgery reality TV shows and has his own clients. It's understood he doesn't have any surgical qualifications but carries out the filler BBL, which doesn't fall under any current UK regulation. He calls himself a body filler specialist and sells the treatments for at least £1,000 but often offers discount deals. This is all legal.
Do you have a message for Alice's family? Why do you carry out Brazilian butt lifts without medical qualifications?
We tried to speak to Mr. Park.
Where are you off to?
But he didn't answer any of our questions. ITV News has been investigating liquid BBLs for nearly a year. We've gone undercover in the aesthetics industry to reveal how non-medics are going on one-day training courses before injecting clients. Professionals warned us that unsafe practices could have dangerous consequences.
I can't work in an industry that has this laxness and attitude and no protection for the patient.
I go to the gym quite a lot. I thought that'll just fill in the areas that it's taken me quite a while to fill in.
Sarah had a filler BBL earlier this year. It was not performed by Jordan Park. She was seriously ill afterwards.
4 days to 5 days afterwards, I felt really ill. I kept going in and out of consciousness, and then like the side just started leaking out infection. I was hospitalised for a whole week. It was very scary. I was very lucky that I didn't actually have to be operated on, which they were looking at doing.
What do you think about the current UK regulation around filler BBLs and who can perform them?
I think it should be banned unless it's performed by a surgeon, because it says non-surgical BBL, but it's very, very invasive.
Stricter rules around who can carry out filler BBLs is what Ashton Collins has been calling for. She runs a register of accredited aesthetic practitioners and believes Alice Webb would still be alive if the industry was regulated.
This is something that we've warned the government about since December last year. We said in no uncertain terms that unless they do something about these procedures, someone would die. And we need to now make sure that nobody else is in this situation. No other family loses a loved one.
Alice, like so many others, had a procedure to change her shape. But for some working in the industry, regulation is the only way to deal with the risks, and now reality that it could be fatal.
And it really is a distressing case, isn't it? What are the chances then of regulation?
Well, the previous government, Lucrezia, did quite a bit of work, or started quite a bit of work on this area. They held a consultation which introduced the idea of a tiered system, so only medical professionals could carry out the most invasive body augmentation filler procedures. And they also looked at having mandatory licences for both the practitioner and their premises. That work, industry stakeholders are waiting for the current government to pick up and carry forward. But for now, they're just telling us that they're exploring options around regulatory oversight. But for people who work in the industry, there isn't the sense of urgency that they feel we need. I mean, look, we report on issues abroad of surgeries and cosmetic work going wrong. Now we're seeing it more and more on our own doorstep, and plastic surgeons are saying we need to look at what's going on in this country, in the UK. We're seen to Europe as the Wild West of aesthetics, and now here we are looking and talking about the first death here in the UK.
Yeah, all right, Ellie, thank you.